Journey to giving, day 141. Welcome everybody. Making it better, making it entertaining after 141 days, documenting the daily journey. We'll be going right now. What we are going to do right now is play some music. Play some music. And create the playlist for our YouTube channel. So that the YouTube channel is looking all nice.
Care about other people's opinions, we do it because of the one is the manipulation for validation, recognition, attention and love, all those positive things that we associate with what we actually emotionally need. So the reason, number one, why we care about others is so that we can care about other people's opinions, so that we can adjust the way we are to manipulate them so that we get what we emotionally need. You see that? This is the first reason. The second reason is the fear of actually losing that. This is the second reason why we care about others' opinions, so that we do not lose what we already have in terms of emotional payoff of validation, recognition, attention and love. But the point is, the reason why we care about other people's opinions is always an emotional reason. And this is now the foundation for the second module, where it's all about feeling those fears that we actually avoid. So making sure that that really sinks in, because this video is not dense and rich in a variety of topics. It is one topic to the core of in-depth. So let's make sure that really sinks in. Everything that we think about when we care about other people's opinions, we do it because of the emotion that we crave. And with this being said, let's jump right into the next.
I at some point needed to have spent this time anyways. Very nice. Now let's go with all calm, eat breakfast, watch all 3 video sales letters once again, and make content to get people into self-optimization nation.
Bei mir kann es keinen freien Willen geben. Das ist einfach mit meiner Theorie nicht vereinbar. Wenn man sich die Skinnerbox betrachtet, wir haben zum einen die Situation und das Verhalten, das darauf aufbaut. Das erlernte Verhalten dazwischen, das betrachten wir gar nicht erst. Weil es meiner Meinung und der wissenschaftlichen Begründung, die wir hier über Experimente beispielsweise von Barnabas gelernt haben, haben die Gedanken und die Gefühle keinen Einfluss auf das Verhalten. Deswegen gibt es bei mir keinen freien Willen. Die einzige Freiheit, die ein Mensch erreichen kann, ist die Freiheit von Schaden. Beispielsweise, wenn der ein Tier jetzt gelernt hat, wenn es auf einen Knopf drückt, bekommt es einen Stromschlag. Dann wird es sich in Zukunft so verhalten, dass es frei wird von diesem Schaden. Aber das ist nicht aufgrund seines freien Willens, sondern von seiner Lernerfahrung. Und deswegen ist freier Wille bei mir absolut kein Thema.
Also ich denke, der Mensch ist in der Lage, einen freien Willen zu haben, sofern er das gute Leben lebt. Das gute Leben ist kein Prozess, es ist kein Daseinszustand. Es ist eine Richtung, kein Ziel. Sofern die psychische Freiheit vorhanden ist, wird das gute Leben vom gesamten Organismus gelebt und es ist in der Lage, sich in jede Richtung zu entwickeln, würde ich auf jeden Fall sagen. Und das Problem ist einfach, wenn man das Ganze aus der subjektiven Erfahrung der Klienten betrachtet, also in der Klient buchstäblich dazu in der Lage ist, zu leben oder zu sterben, dann muss man sagen, dass das Argumente sind Kontradeterminismus. Aus der objektiven Sicht, aus der Sicht von objektiven Forschungsmethoden, ist der Determinismus die einzige logische Konsequenz, denn von diesem Standpunkt aus ist jeder Gedanke, jedes Gefühl, jede Handlung eines Klienten durch das Vorangegangene bestimmt. Es kann also nicht so etwas wie Freiheit geben. Ja, ich würde es als Dilemma beschreiben. Es ist ein paradoxes, lebendiges Nebeneinander von Freiheit und Determinismus.
Nun, Karl, daran möchte ich sehr gerne anknüpfen. Das ist sehr plausibel, was du da sagst, und meine Position ist in gewisser Weise eine Position zwischen euch. Wir sind meiner Meinung nach nicht vollkommen frei. Wir sind meiner Meinung nach aber auch nicht vollkommen unfrei. Wir als Menschen sind in der Lage, unsere eigene Freiheit zu fördern und zu nähren. Wenn wir in unserer Vergangenheit das gute Leben gelebt haben, wenn wir uns so verhalten haben, wie es für unsere Zukunft zuträglich ist, dann werden wir sehen, dass wir ein erweitertes Maß an Alternativen haben, aus denen wir schöpfen können. Wenn wir allerdings das schlechte Leben leben, wenn wir uns destruktiv und grausam verhalten, unseren Mitmenschen gegenüber unfair verhalten, dann werden unsere realen Möglichkeiten eingeschränkt. Ich denke, es kann nicht so etwas wie einen Indeterminismus geben. Wir sind nicht vollkommen unbestimmt. Wir sind in einer gewissen Weise bestimmt. Das möchte ich folgendermaßen qualifizieren. Wenn wir uns unsere Menge an Optionen denken, an Alternativen, aus denen wir wählen können, dann bin ich der Meinung, dass die Grenzen derer bestimmt sind. Die Grenzen derer sind determiniert, beispielsweise durch unser Temperament oder durch unsere Physis oder auch durch vergangene Erfahrungen oder durch vergangenes Verhalten. Da möchte ich ein kleines Beispiel geben. Stellen wir uns den Studenten Max vor. Max schreibt morgen eine Prüfung. Nun hat er sich noch nicht vorbereitet. Er hat sich mit dem Stoff noch nicht beschäftigt. Wenn sein Temperament ihn allerdings jetzt dazu determiniert, stressanfällig zu sein, dann wird er diese Stunden, die Nacht, nicht in Ruhe durchlernen können und wird sich sehr aufgeregt verhalten. Wenn sein Temperament ihn allerdings dazu determiniert, dass Max generell eine ruhige, ausgeglichene Persönlichkeit ist, die sich durch nichts aus der Ruhe bringen lässt, dann wird er höchstwahrscheinlich die Nacht durchlernen können und sich nicht aus der Ruhe bringen lassen. Nun, ob er jetzt die Prüfung besteht, sei dahingestellt. Hiermit möchte ich bloß darstellen, dass das Temperament die realen Möglichkeiten einschränken kann. Gut. Und um das nochmal auf den Punkt zu bringen. Ich bin der Meinung, es kann so etwas wie Indeterminismus nicht geben. Wir sind nicht vollkommen unfrei und wir sind nicht vollkommen frei. Aber ich glaube an den Menschen. Ich glaube daran, dass der Mensch in einem gewissen Bereich seine Alternativen frei und unabhängig wählen kann. Und das Wichtigste daran ist, dass wir selbst in der Lage sind, unsere eigene Zukunft zu fördern, unsere eigene Freiheit zu nähren. Und ich glaube an den Menschen, ich glaube an die Selbstwirksamkeit des Menschen. Vielen Dank.
Vielen Dank.
Yeah, I meant to be a speaker. Freaking 7 years later. Well, that's fine. Now we're doing it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, content. Making content. Making content. Now we're doing it. Man. All of these courses, I spent so much time preparing, I really have. I just need to own that and see that as my trajectory. And make some content based on the content that I've already filmed. next 10 days over the weekend. I'm gonna have a proper LinkedIn profile, proper YouTube channel. Just start making daily videos for my target audience, alright? How many minutes was it? 20 minutes, easy. So now, yeah, without the hard times, I would not have had the motivation to go all in on a successful life. I needed the pain to let go of casual sex in the pursuit of my ultimate destiny. Wife and waking up. The two biggies that I'm going to be focusing on for 2025 going forward. Documenting my journey each and every day. Learning how to talk, how to speak, how to articulate who I am and what I'm here to do. Practicing speaking content into the camera, practicing making good content, letting go of perfectionism, just starting to document each and every day, getting better each and every day. Just let it naturally evolve. It's easy. Making a VSL. My thoughts. Enjoying each day. Life. Yeah, let's go get breakfast. And then we keep going. It's easy. It's easy. Yeah, this is very nice. Come on, let's be brave right now. Let's get a ton more people into my free community. Yahweh, give them value, Yahweh. Yeah, it is so easy, yeah, it is so easy. Yeah, it is so easy to get good people into my community. And I'm setting my intention, and I'm setting my prayer to get people into my community much faster. I need to be working much faster, yo. I am working fast. I am working fast. I am clarifying everything that I am doing, yo. With talking to people and getting people into my free community. It is so easily achieved, yo. And coca leaves, this is how I'm liking my life, Yeah, but I can easily do this. I am easily acting fast. Confidence indeed. Is the trait my clients are looking for. Confidence is the skill that my clients are looking for in me. Because I want to win the games, yeah. It is easy, yeah. So easy. Let's make the articles, yeah. It's easy. It's very easy indeed. Maybe charging me phone before we go out to the class. Maybe it's not necessary. Come, we have to focus your way. Just get it done. My goodness.
I'm about to teach you everything that I know about YouTube. And to help me, I brought in 7 of the top YouTube experts and strategists who have collectively been responsible for billions of views. Together, we have a combined 83 years of YouTube experience. And today, we're sharing it all with you.
Those are the areas where I see retention problems.
It is the one thing you need to learn how to do.
Actually really think through what you make and don't just make.
If you watch this video from start to finish, you'll learn everything that you need to know to start, grow, and scale a YouTube channel. And because this is YouTube and I want to make this video as tangible as humanly possible for you, I've broken it all into a conveniently numbered list. We'll cover the fundamentals of what you need to grow on YouTube first, and then get into the specifics of exactly what goes into making a killer YouTube video, before rounding it off with more advanced topics like analytics, algorithm, flops, and so much more. By the end of this video, you'll know everything that's taken us collectively 83 years to learn, and I promise you, you will be changed. So let's jump straight into it with part 1, how to grow on YouTube. By far the most common question I get is, what's your best advice for growing on YouTube? And to help me answer this question, I brought in the most sought after YouTube strategist in the world, Patty Galloway. Patty has worked with clients like Mr. Beast, Ryan Trahan, Jesser, and Noah Kagan. But today, he's here to help you. And because the concept of growing on YouTube is quite broad and the advice changes depending on where you're at in your journey, I've broken it into 4 main stages. Your first 1,000 subscribers, 1K to 10K subscribers, 10K to 100K subscribers, and 100K to 1 million subscribers and beyond. How do you get your first 1,000 subscribers?
It'll sound kind of contradictory, but I don't really think about growth at that size. I just think about getting repetition in and really solidifying the kind of channel we want to be, like the niche we're actually occupying. Because I think if you get too caught up in like the world of YouTube strategy when you have 100 subscribers, you're going to start jumping around on trends, like trying to, study what this outlier video did here, and you get too caught up in your own head, and you're probably not at the level where you can actually produce really good content. So at that size, like my biggest focus is, I call it it's just like the triple Venn diagram of picking a niche. So look at what you love, what you're good at, and what people demand. And I know that sounds very simple, but quite often like people will just do what they love, and maybe that's not something they have like unique advantage in. Or maybe they'll do something that they're good at, but they hate it and then they can't stick with it. And then oftentimes, it's a little rarer, but sometimes people love and are good at a thing that nobody cares about. I can't think of any examples off the top of my head, but that does happen. So in a case like that, you don't have that tick, you don't have that part of the Venn diagram satisfied. So I try to just get people to actually imagine like a triple Venn diagram, like what is the middle of those 3 things for you? And can you pick that as your niche to start? And then the analogy I always use, someone explained this to me, like an actual business mentor explained this to me, but this idea of like, imagine you go to a sushi restaurant, and then the sushi restaurant is also serving burgers. You're probably gonna think, okay, that's not probably a very good sushi restaurant, because the best sushi restaurants, they just do sushi. And I think the same is true for a YouTube channel, and too early in the journey, people try to just experiment with all these different things, jump around in these different areas, and some of it's natural, and it's not the end of the world if you do that, but I always like to have this like sushi restaurant mentality of we make sushi. So whatever our niche is, we're doing that, and we're only doing that, and we're gonna get good at that. So in those beginning stages, I say, get your niche right, really focus down on that niche, and then before getting too caught up in like strategy and like growth hacks and tactics to gain subscribers, just think about, can we post 2 or 3 videos a week? Which sounds like a lot, and anyone that knows me well knows that like a big part of my approach is always like getting to a place of quality, so we don't need quantity. But it's a cliche, but you need that quantity to get that quality. So I like posting sort of 2 or 3 videos a week until we have maybe 30, 40 videos under our belt, and then that just gives us a good foundation to actually get good at YouTube. And it's like the same as anything. Like, I'm training for a new sport right now, and like my coach, he's just drilling the fundamentals really well. So like the fundamentals for YouTube are editing. Like I want to drill editing into someone. You need volume to get good at editing. So being able to edit, being able to make thumbnails. Like you can't just like make 3 videos and your 4th video is a perfect thumbnail. It takes time.
How do you grow from 1K to 10K subscribers?
I think at that point, because we have, let's say 50 videos under our belt, we've been making content, we've been making 2 or 3 videos a week, so probably been making content for like 20, 25 weeks, right? at that point, and you, like you said, there's some traction. At that point, you start to see some trends emerge on the channel. So you can see, okay, like this video got 1,000 views, but this video got 100 views. This video did 2,000 views. This video did 300 views. And you can start to see the emergence of like your top 5 or 10% videos and your bottom 5 or 10% videos. And really, like, the key is just trying to eliminate more and more of those weaker performers over time, even if some of them are things you enjoy doing. And this is always like the kind of internal battle of YouTube strategy versus creative expression. And I think there's this beautiful analogy which I like, and I believe I heard it on a podcast a while ago, but it's like you have artists and you've got distributors. An artist is someone who just follows their passion and they just do what they want. A distributor is just someone who tries to distribute their content to as many people as possible, so they don't care if they like it or not, they don't care if they find it boring, they just want views. And I think the best balance is being somewhere in the middle. So you're still like an artist, you're still a creative, but you still have that like distributor mindset. I think it's a little bit immature when people are like, why should you even have to think about strategy? Why should you even have to think about this stuff? Like, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be just your passion. I'm like, if you want it to be just a hobby, that's fine. But if you want to like take this seriously and grow a channel, you do need some balance of strategy. So I think looking at what videos are doing better at that stage is a really good idea, starting to actually make more videos like those top 10% of videos. And then I think the biggest theme difference between, let's say, 0 to 1K and 1K to like 10K or to 100K and beyond is ideation becomes a bigger factor. So in that earlier stage, I was just saying, it doesn't really matter, just make what you want, like, you know, stick to your niche, but like just have fun, whatever calls to you. Now things get a bit more serious, and we have to look at what's working for us, but then also start to study other niches, start to study outlier ideas on other channels that are similar to yours and see how you can adapt and take inspiration from those ideas. And I think the biggest thing is if your schedule is 40 hours a week of YouTube, which I know isn't realistic because not everyone's full-time, but for the sake of the example, if your schedule is 40 hours a week, maybe in that 0 to 1K mark, you're spending just an hour or two a week on ideation. At the 1K to 10K and beyond, I want you to spend 5-10 hours a week on ideation and actually really think through what you make and don't just make. And I think that's a big difference.
At this point, does that quality versus quantity trade-off start to shift?
When you've posted 50 videos, I think that's when you can kind of take a bit of a deeper look at your quantity of like what you're posting. And I think quite often I recommend just 1 a week at that point. Like I always say with this stuff, there's always exceptions. Like I have a friend, James Janney, and he started his channel and posted like a video every month, and now he posts like a video every year, and he does great. And he probably hasn't even posted 50 videos. He probably posted like 20 videos. So like there's exceptions to this, but generally I think it's a good idea to just get that frequency, and then when you get to 50, that's when you can kind of build your own schedule a bit better. I still do like the idea of posting 1 a week because you're still learning, you're still building foundations. So I think 1 a week, so going from 2 or 3 a week to 1 a week is a good place where you can start to increase that quality a little bit. It is a mistake sometimes I see where people go from posting a lot of videos to then suddenly saying, oh, I want to just focus on quality, and they're spending like a month on a video because you probably don't have enough traction to justify that quite yet. And I think that's important. So I would probably change it to about 1 a week after that point for most people.
How do you grow from 10K to 100K subscribers?
I think at that point, like the biggest difference is like we still want those same fundamentals of like continuing to improve video to video, but at that point the biggest thing I would say is different. And not everyone likes to hear me say this, but I can't even tell you how many channels I've either done myself or with other people from that 10K to 100K mark. It's a lot of different channels. What I've seen is quite often just a channel building their strategy around a format. Sometimes just one format, sometimes 2 or 3 formats, or people can call them buckets as well. So you've posted quite a few videos, you've spent more time on ideation in all these different stages we've talked about. Now you probably have very clear outliers on the channel. Now an outlier for some people could be 1 million views, for other people could be just 10K when everything else gets 500 views. So like, it doesn't really necessarily matter, it's just more about how many times the average is that video. So a video that's, let's say, 5 or 10 times your average, I would call that an outlier. Can those videos, if you can see a theme of which videos are jumping out, can those videos actually become our strategy? So can we actually end up making the bulk of our future videos around maybe 1 to 3 formats that are working really well? And actually just today I broke it down in a tweet thread where I broke down a channel that we've been helping, which was called Golden Kobe Family. It's a channel about a golden retriever, and they found this one format that worked really well, which was their golden retriever reacting to a puppy. And they were like, okay, well, we can't get a new puppy every week, you know, because that would be just unethical and ridiculous. But we can have a situation where we have our golden retriever react to other people's dogs, or we can bring it to the zoo and it can react to animals, because it was the format of their dog reacting to other animals that's really cute, and like people really like that content in that niche. And now if you look at their channel, like they've posted like 10 or 15 videos in that format. About 50% of their uploads are just around that format. And that's really growing them from this sort of 10K mark when we started helping them to like, they're at 30K now. I think they'll be at 100K by the end of the year. So just really focusing on a few formats, I think, is the key to getting to that next milestone.
What happens if the formats that are outliers for you are formats or videos that you don't particularly want to become your entire brand or identity moving forward?
It's a really good question. I think so long as they're still within your niche, so like in that case, the golden retriever reacting to puppies videos, they're still in the niche of like dogs, you know, they're still attracting the right audience for the channel. And I think there is this beautiful thing where you can use that to build some momentum and to sort of tow you along like a slipstream. And then when you want to experiment with maybe other things you want to do, maybe you want to make content that's more vloggy or informational about your golden retriever, you have a bit of an audience there. I think it's a good, like it is a good point, and it's very situational though, that sometimes people feel like they're locked in or trapped into their best performing video. And in that case, I mean, you can always just not do that and then look at what your second best performing bucket is and focus on that. But it's the classic dilemma of like the rock band who make underground music and then go viral with one song that's outside their niche, and then everyone wants that one thing. It's like, it's nothing new. It's just the kind of the artist's dilemma, and it goes back to that sort of scale of, are you an artist or are you a distributor, and where you fall on that spectrum. But it is a real concern. But I think if you feel that and you see that early, you can always just not double down on that video and just say, okay, that worked really well, but it's just not what I want to do. It's a brave decision because it's easier to just double down on that and get those views. But if you say, hey, I just don't want to be that channel, like, I know, let's just say someone makes a video on a controversy, they see that does really well, and they're like, I'm not a controversial person, this doesn't feel like my identity, so I'm not going to do that. But this other video I did like a third of the views, but I really liked it, and it still did better than my average. Maybe I can build around that bucket instead.
How do you grow from 100K to 1 million subscribers?
So at that 100K mark, like if you've got there, you've probably got there through a few formats working really well, through a lot of hard work.
I will figure it out.
What gets you to that 1 million mark? I mean, the first thing is like, do we want that, 1 million mark, or are we happy or just like maintaining a slightly smaller channel? So that's always a good question, because you don't have to do anything. You can just stay. You don't have to grow. Of course, with me, I want to grow everything. It's just how I work. It's how I do things. So I would say at that point, we're probably looking at 1 or 2 formats that got us to 100K. If we want to get to 1 million, we probably need 4 or 5 different formats that are working. So more effort being put on ideation. If you're just doing the same format, there are some exceptions to this, but it's very rare to see a channel doing the same format all the way to 1 million subscribers. That can get you that initial traction, but over time you're going to end up fatiguing that bucket or fatiguing that format. And that's when you need to put more focus on ideating some different formats that can also get you there. Like I even think with the Golden Retriever channel example, like I'm going to wait for them to get to 100K. And when they do, I'm going to say, okay, now you guys need to start thinking about other buckets that could work, other formats as well. Because like you're not going to get to 1 million doing the same thing again and again and again, if 1 million is the goal. I think that's one thing. I think definitely like seeing yourself as a creator as more of like an entrepreneur and starting to put yourself in the entrepreneur's mindset. You have to start to adopt more of an entrepreneur's mentality than just like, I'm a little creator who does this part-time. I think at that point you're going to look at it and say, hey, how can I start to build leverage, and how can I start to look at the things that myself as a creator pulls the most leverage? And the thing is, for most creators, that's not editing, and it's not thumbnail design usually. So those are things that I quite often will start to outsource at that point of the journey, because we're probably making some money. We can start to afford to outsource. And what happens is you unlock more time for yourself. Where do you put that time? you put that time towards ideating. You put that time towards the vision and the strategy of what you're trying to do as a channel. And I actually still recommend creators put that time towards thumbnail concepts as well. All too often, creators are like, they don't want to get really good at thumbnail concepts because thumbnail concepts are hard, so they try to hire someone to help them with them. But realistically, I still do thumbnail concepts for channels with 20 million subscribers. Like, it's still something I like doing, and it's still something I'm good at. I'm always trying to work on, and I have plenty of people in my company that could do that for me, but it's still something that I think is high leverage, because you make a good idea, you make a good thumbnail, like that return on time is huge. The editing return on time could take you 10 hours, 20 hours to edit a video, but someone else could do that for you, and the leverage is not the same. Like, it's not gonna hit the same. So I think getting better at that is really important. Adopting that mentality, and then just like getting into like nice rhythm and schedule as well. Like, whatever your posting schedule is, trying to like stay consistent with that. Trying not to like see it as this war of attrition every week. Trying to enjoy the process as well, I think. And I think one thing that I really struggle with is when creators...
That must have been all over the video. I have asked this to Perplexity and gotten the following research output. Now, what other numbers or metrics based on everything that I've told you that I want to be presenting and offering as part of the offer of my free community should I ask to get numbers and statistics on? Thank you very much. Please give out the prompts and guidance for Perplexity AI so I can find more studies like that, because they look very promising. And this is very good material for the BSL. Thank you. would also really like to focus on more research on actual business numbers of like revenue numbers, profit numbers, customer retention, sales rates, right closing rates, etc. Can you make some really well thought through prompts for complexity to find out some data that I can utilize in my video sales letter to accompany the credibility that I as a person have with borrowed credibility from studies and researchers? Thank you very much for making these very well thought through prompts. Thank you. This is going to be invaluable for making a highly converting VSL. Thank you. We're winning at this. research that I'm doing, yeah. Well, and everything that we've been talking about so far and what I am providing in Self-Optimization Nation, the key points, please give them back out to me one more time because we've reiterated them many, many times. And then give me the accompanying prompts. Or rather, let's do that. Just give me all of the main points of what I'm going to be delivering. And then I pick from those and you give me the prompts afterwards. Thank you. Ja. Thank you very much. Now give me prompts for perplexity to prompt it in a way that I find specifically numbers pertaining to the business owner, especially for SMBs. Thank you. Heck yeah, that was good. Alright, last two. Then we go shower and resting, and then we do the LinkedIn outreach afterwards. It's easy.